But she looks like a little pump doesn't want to see this video. Let's see what this video has in
Yo
store then.
guys, so before the video starts, I just wanted to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, my longtime friends over at Adam and Eve. We are partnering up today to give my audience a special deal, 50% off of going on the spec code, not accept guy named Fall Off. This of course came off of the back of this interview that Lil Pump did with this guy named Bootleg Kev, where around 30 minutes into that interview, Kev decided to bring up the forbidden topic of the 1985 Effect, which was basically a song and really a whole album that J. Cole made, where he was trashing all the new SoundCloud rappers and their movement, saying they were very ignorant and egotistical, and then one day they would regret the way they acted once they fell off that cliff of relevance.
One day them kids that's listening gon' grow up and get too old for that shit that made you blow up. Now your show's looking light cause they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money's slower.
And now that we're around 5 years removed from that moment, it's pretty clear that J. Cole was absolutely spot on, and so obviously Lil Pump isn't gonna like receiving a question like this.
Do you feel like he predicted kind of like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Nope.
No.
'Cause I'm still here. I own
I'm not
two
saying
houses.
that you're not like still fucking rich and successful. I just mean in terms of like there's so many parts of that era of rap where like people got fame so fast, they were so young, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's trying to say in the most roundabout way, do you feel like J. Cole was right about you falling off? Do you feel like J. Cole was right about how you shouldn't have bought that Benz? You shouldn't have been blowing all your money on this stupid expensive jewelry, getting a Xanax chain? Because eventually you're not going to be at your peak, that money is going to slow up, and then you're going to be filled with all this regret.
and I feel like that was some of the foresight that he was saying, not even necessarily about quote unquote falling off. You know what I mean? So you don't think he predicted anything?
I don't think he predicted shit.
No. That's fair.
I'm still here.
You're still here, 100%.
Are you as big as you were before that?
That boy Lil Pump was about salty as fuck. And so I bring up that clip today because now a whole month later, as we talked about in the last video, he did this interview with Saweetie. And during this interview, Saweetie was talking about how she still has a lot of work to do, how she's still trying to make her name more relevant once again by dropping some new music, and I guess basically that she's still hungry to put that work in and grind on her career. This is when the topic of Lil Pump came up, and Bootleg Kev exposed that Lil Pump absolutely wanted that interview blocked, and that he even ended up doing some really salty shit.
That means that you're still very motivated and, you know, you're not content with where you are. That's what be happening to a lot of rappers. They get popping and they end up like Lil Pump.
Damn. Damn.
Shots fired,
Yeah.
baby.
Damn.
I mean, fuck Lil Pump. He put my number online.
He did?
Yeah, fuck him.
Why he do that?
Because he's a weenie.
Was you getting dick pics?
No, but you want me to? I'm gonna show you what I got.
Yeah, so Lil Pump went on his Instagram story and leaked
That's
Bootleg
crazy,
Kev's
though.
number online. I do kind of feel like that's something you can really get in trouble for. Isn't that like borderline doxing?
Why he put your number up?
Because we did an interview, and I asked him in the interview if he thought J. Cole predicted his career properly. Because, you know, J. Cole said he was gonna fall off. Like 10 minutes before the interview was gonna drop, they were like, you guys, they didn't even ask. His manager was like, you can't put that interview out. Like, out of nowhere. And I was like, what do you mean I can't? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? So the interview came out, and he put my phone number up. But this is the kind of shit I was getting.
Oh.
Random giant pasty white tits in my text messages. Like, I didn't even know Lil Pump had fans like that anymore. I just put my phone in airplane mode for like an hour.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get nothing.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
all right, I know what's happening here. This motherfucker. Terrible. Yeah. Anyway.
What a petty ass thing for Lil Pump to do, but you could see in that look on his face, he was not fucking with that line of questioning.
Probably.
And you know, Adam22 was actually talking about this on his podcast the other day when Abba from Abba and Preach came on, and he was questioning Adam like, hey, how come you don't get any like bigger, more mainstream rappers like Drake or Kendrick Lamar or any of these other guys on interview? And Adam's explanation was basically once artists get to a certain magnitude, they want to really have a strong control over any media that comes out about them, any sort of soundbite that comes out of their mouth.
I mean, it would
And
make
so
sense.
they only make appearances on these interviews that consist of a very controlled environment.
And once you're at the top of the game, you know, Kendrick Lamar just dropped a fucking album for the first time in 5 years, and I believe he didn't do an interview to accompany it, which is like he just has that power.
Like, he used Drake as an
I mean, he doesn't need to do an interview though, right?
example who hasn't done interviews for a very long time,
You don't
and
need
even
to
on
do
the
an
last interview he did, he had complete power over the production, he had the final edit, and it even came out on his very own YouTube channel. And obviously that's a smart thing to do, but for these lesser artists, or these guys like Lil Pump whose name was much more relevant in the past, he's obviously gonna try to do a little media run when he's coming out with some new music, and that's gonna consist of doing interviews with some of these people who are not afraid to ask the hard-hitting questions, and who obviously have control over their own production. I remember Chance the Rapper was doing some shit like this a couple years ago, trying to censor interviews he had done in the past, trying to censor articles about him that were critical, and overall I feel like it's just really a sensitive look from the outside looking in. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. Go check out Bootleg Kev. I feel like this guy doesn't get enough love. He's doing some crazy interviews lately. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing today. Dropping a like. It's been your boy Tan Superman.
I mean, bro, when somebody is speaking facts, how you gonna disagree with a fact that actually happened? Thing is, to me, is that when the interview with Lil Pump came out, I saw a lot of people commenting about how much he matured and grown up. He could have rolled with that and shown he wasn't the same person he was a few years ago, but instead he does this and shows there hasn't been as much growth as people thought. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that, but it makes sense. Like, bro, I don't know. It's like a fact that he is getting less people watching him and paying attention to him now. So why are you gonna act like it's not a fact when it's literally happening? Like, I could point at an app. Actually, that wouldn't be a good example, because I was gonna say I could point at a red app. I could point at an apple and say that the apple is red, but there are also green apples. So I was gonna change it to orange. But yeah, whatever. Subscribe to me, like the video, and see you guys later, I guess. Bye.